Okay, the other day, I was doing Uber and Lyft. I picked up a passenger, introduction. It was his first time in the Tesla. He liked the car. He asked me about it, and one of the things he said was, how can I afford this car just driving for Uber? And he was probably ready to ask me for my referral code for Uber and Lyft and for the Tesla, just so he can get himself hooked up to doing what I was doing. I had to kind of slow him down because I didn't start doing Uber and Lyft until after I had this car for almost 2 months. So that's not how I got the car. But it did make me wonder, could someone buy this car with only Uber money? And I don't know, because I'm not really sure what people make when they do Uber and Lyft full time. One reason I don't know is because most people around here do Uber and Lyft part time, and most people around here drive ICE vehicles. And from what I've seen a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers around. I've seen a lot of hybrids. I believe I'm the only fully electric Uber and Lyft driver in this Baton Rouge area. The idea here is, can someone buy this car and make all the payments with money that they make from Uber and Lyft? Because I have no idea if how the approval or everything would work if that was your main job, if it was something like Uber and Lyft, because you're considered a contract worker. The first thing you need to do is get approved. You have to save for your deposit, your down payment, and you need to save up for your taxes if you're in a state where Uber and Lyft are. I mean, if you're in a state where Teslas can't sell directly, because you're gonna have to go to the DMV. You're gonna have to pay a couple thousand for the taxes, depending on what the rate is where you live. And some things to consider. If you want to do this part time and really have a decent amount of time to yourself and not just be working yourself to death, you're gonna need to work. You're gonna need to be available to work on the busier times of day. And I found that that's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, between 5 p.m. and midnight. So you'll need to be able to get online and do some rides in that time frame. And also, you probably want to get with some local drivers, because the busier times in your area might not be the same as the busier times in my area. Another thing to consider is leasing the car. I mean, I don't think that would work. The highest lease deal that they have on Tesla's site is for 15,000 miles a year. I've done almost 16,000 miles in 6.5 months. So, and I'm only doing Uber and Lyft part time myself. Okay, based on Tesla's website and the numbers they show for loans, which are probably best case scenario, the loan amount for a base model Tesla would be $954 a month. That's after you pay your $2,500 deposit, and you would have $35 due at signing. So how would you get there? In this area, if you drive at peak times, from what I'm told from other drivers, you average about $10 per ride, and you can do about 2 rides an hour. And it's fairly consistent, so you'll make about $20 an hour. So, to get to that $954 a month, you will need to work about 3.5 hours a day during those peak times, on those peak days, and to save up for that deposit and the down payment that you have due at signing. You would have to do that for about 22 weeks. I mean, you obviously could do it faster by doing it more days or doing it more hours, but $20 an hour for 3.5 hours a day, 3 days a week, on that Thursday, Friday, Saturday between 5 p.m. and midnight, that would actually be enough to cover that $954 8-month payment if you got that best rate. Now that's also not including gas savings. And I know on their website they like to show the gas savings and all the maintenance savings. I don't really consider that because you don't know what type of vehicle someone's coming from. I didn't include any of the income taxes on the money you make on Uber and Lyft. After you include the write-offs for the mileage, that should be negligible. Also, another thing I would like to stress, this is all based on you working part-time and you having another job that supports your life, and you just doing this just to be able to get in a Tesla. Or possibly really any other car, but you would have to, at that point, you're going to have to consider gas and expenses like that, and that's a completely different ball game. So, tell me what you think. I got my referral codes for Uber, Lyft, and Tesla at the bottom. So if you want to just knock them all out right now, go ahead and do it.